So, welcome everybody to the Life as a Secret Yogi podcast. I'm your host, yoga journalist, yoga teacher, and yoga student, Austin Bitsis. And today we're doing a really cool interactive practice because we're doing a live introduction and interactive practice with Gabby Pagana, who is an integrated vet. And you might have checked out her the episode before this, which is a really cool conversation. But she has some tips on not only how to calm yourself, but how to calm your animals. So your pets, your cat, your dog. Maybe it works on your lizard or fish. I don't know. But Gabby, take it away, and we could kind of discuss through some of them. And we're just going to list out a few as this kind of unique interactive practice.
Awesome. I love it. So, first thing that we can kind of talk about is some massage therapy techniques for your pets. So instead of just sitting there and petting them, you can learn a few techniques to calm them down. Or next time you go to the vet and you're sitting there and anxiously waiting, you whip this technique out. So basically you take your thumb and another finger on your hand. You're going to put them behind the ears of your pet. Works for pretty much any pet that has ears. And you, cause there are acupuncture pressure and acupuncture points there, behind the ears that are for calming. And basically you're going to take the two fingers and make a massage rubbing motion from down below the ears and upwards towards the top of the head. So you're basically following the neck, at the occipital bone there, where the head and the neck, are separating. You're just going to make an upward motion back and forth. So that's one little massage technique. And there's tons of others that you can learn for your pets to help calm them.
Cool.
Yeah. So what else can we do? So some sound therapy, some music, some sound healing for your pet. I always tell Alexa when I leave my house to turn on Calm Your Dog music. And it's always like a mix of sound bath healing and bells and kind of fun things like that. So if you're leaving the house, those are good tips to do, or even at night. Having something like that, or just in the day, who cares, whenever. Another thing, I love to use essential oils in my practice, in my house, in everyday life. Personally, there are animal essential oils out there as well that are safe, but I personally use Young Living essential oils, as well as animal EO is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Lavender is obviously, not only is it, it's one of my favorites, but you can use lavender to calm your pet. Tons of other different scents. There's also dog pheromones that you can use, and cat pheromones. One's called Feel Away and one is called Adaptil. And those help, especially if you have like multiple pets in the household that might not be getting along. They help with the energy in the household.
Cool. Yeah. Is there any essential oils? Let me just ask if that you should stay away from. I know with cats in particular.
Yeah. So we could probably do a whole podcast on this too. But so there are some oils like clove oil. You have to be careful with certain things with cats. But the biggest thing with cats is it's actually the quality of the oil that matters more than anything. And oftentimes the people that see like toxicity in the cats with around essential oils are not using good quality oils, or they're making their cats like ingest them or giving them too much of it. Cats are so particular. So you have to, if you say you have a diffuser and you want it, like lavender is a great, easy one for cats. So put lavender in the diffuser. Keep it simple, don't put too many mixes in there. Put it in a room, but allow your cat to be able to leave that room or leave that situation if they don't like the high concentration of that scent.
Okay.
And don't do it for a long period of time.
Okay, great.
But and that's why I like those two main companies I mentioned. Those two are safe for pets, especially cats.
Awesome. Yeah. Gotta try that out.
For sure. What else can we do? A big thing I always talk to clients, or pet owners, is to check your environment. Go home and do a little self-assessment or environmental assessment and see where your dog beds are at, or if you have a cat, where the cat beds are at in the cat litter box. See where their food is, and what type of food they're eating. assess it from every level possible. What are they doing when you're gone? Are they having enough mental stimulation and puzzles? Are they being let out enough at certain times of the day when they need it? When is their witching hour?
Mhm.
So look at your environment and just really assess it and find ways that you can improve it for you and your pet.
Is it through experimentation you recommend, or is there any particular areas that you say like the bed should be located by the window, or like
Yeah,
any tips
I'd
for
say
calming
more
anxiety?
through, right, like more through experimentation.
Hmm.
But I do like to also like provide multiple options to let them
Hmm.
try. So like some dogs want a really soft, comfy spot and some want a really cooling area because they run hot or something. They choose the hardwood floor
Yeah.
over others. Your pet will tell you. I have like so many beds, dog beds in the house, and they don't sleep on a few, and it's like, why do I even have them there? They
Yeah.
told me they don't like those. So yeah.
Yeah.
And animals like to look out windows. So yes, one near a window, especially cats, they love to like watch what's going on outside.
Yeah. We got a
Um,
perch on the window.
yes. Oh, they love it. Little cat
Yeah.
trees are awesome. Um,
And
and the last thing I'd say, Austin, is, and back to your podcast, is do yoga with your pet and do meditations with your pet. Some people try to like hide themselves, kind of like what I'm doing right now, though, with this podcast, from their pets so that they don't disturb them. Right.
mhm.
They're like, oh, they're too high energy, or they're going to just like scratch at me and do all these things, jump on my computer while the yoga thing is playing and just do all these things. And it's like, just do it with them and they're going to learn. They're going to
Yeah.
learn eventually. Once your energy is calm, they're going to calm down too. And they're going to learn to like it. So
Yeah. No,
try
I
those
think
things out. Those are some good tips.
awesome. I really appreciate that. And I definitely recommend doing yoga with your pet. I mean, at first, like my cat Buddha will literally, if I'm using like my iPad to like do an online video, he'll just knock it down.
Oh yeah.
But eventually they learn
Yep.
and they learn to just calm. Maybe you give them you slide their bed next to you and they'll just
Hmm.
they just want to be around you. Or when you're doing like
Exactly.
up, like any type of pose where your shirt's kind of drop, the cats will crawl in the shirts. Dogs
That's
will lick your
awesome.
face, but
Yep.
it's really fun. It also makes yoga a little bit more lighthearted, and you don't take your practice so seriously, and you just have fun and live.
Yeah.
So, Gabby, I really appreciate these quick tips to kind of calm your pet and ultimately calm your life, your family, through the practices of yoga and other disciplines as we kind of discussed on the show. Gabby, thanks so much for these quick tips. I'm glad we could do them right now.
Of course, me too. Thanks for having me.